It's the 20th of April. We're having an extended spell of extremely sunny, hot weather. The drought is going to become a problem. We're going to get some rain soon. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about grafting a little bit. Here's a follow-up from a graft I did last year. I put a video up about this. I think I might need to tidy this up, but here are three rind grafts. There are several different ways of doing a rind graft or a bark graft. Anyway, this is a tree of Tremlitz bitter, which I grafted over to a Somerset red streak, and you know, I knew that had taken because it grew last year, but growing very nicely. This, by the way, is one of the Tremlitz bitters, and you'll probably notice at a time when the orchard is generally full of blossom that there's no blossom on this tree at all. This is a fully biennial tree. Heavy crop one year, nothing the next year, which is a disadvantage, but the Tremlitz bitter is such a good cider apple that we, you know, it is still in cultivation. It's a shame it's biennial, that's the drag, but you know, I don't want too many of those. I'm just going to show you some of the others I've grafted. Now, don't worry if you've done some grafting and you haven't got any growth coming yet. Don't worry. Here's a sunset apple. That's a little bit of what's left. They say you should leave a sap drawing branch, otherwise called a nurse branch, and I've tended to do that. I haven't always done it, but a lot of the books say it's a good idea, and it can't do any harm. The idea is that this draws a bit of sap, pulls a bit of sunlight down. I'm not quite sure of the biology, but anyhow, so most of this tree has clearly been cut back and grafted. I think you can see there's a little bit of life there. This one here, yeah, there's definitely a little bit of green shoot from there. Here the buds are maybe swelling very slightly. There's a few others. There's a very similar situation here. You never expect to get all of your grafts to go. I would say if you get 60%, you've done quite well. If you get anything like 80%, I think you've done fantastically. So there's another over there. Yeah, so that's a bit okay. So one or two folks have PM'd or commented to say, hey, I'm afraid I've done some grafting, but it doesn't look as though it's alive. Well, be patient. There's no good comparing this, which is on the nurse branch, that's the original tree, with that. I mean, basically, you've cut a piece of wood, you've stored it in your fridge for a couple of months, maybe at least 6 to 8 weeks, probably. You've stuck it into another tree and tied it up, and you're just waiting and hoping and perhaps praying that it will grow away. Although for me it's always just amazing when it works, which evidently it does some of the time anyhow. So much too early to give up on your grafts. Besides, there's nothing else you can do, sit and wait anyhow. I'll post again in a little while about the grafts.